You're listening to The J with your host, Kennedy.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the J, the Tetsudo Mokei podcast edition, episode 28. And I'm hoping everyone has a good start of their week. Before I begin with this episode, I just want to talk and give my condolences to the family and friends of Sakamoto Ryuichi. Many of you may be familiar with his music, which he has made many songs through his lifetime. Many of you who grew up listening to his music along with two others, with the group Yellow Magic Orchestra, YMO. Others who may be familiar with his work on Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, or The Last Emperor. But he is a groundbreaking musician and legendary composer. Sakamoto Ryuichi will definitely be remembered. Now, I just have to say that this is very sad because he's been battling cancer for a while now, and he beat it, and then he had they discovered cancer again, not sometime like last year, and excuse me. And it was a shocker. But then the beginning of this year, January 14th, Yellow Magic Orchestra lost Takahashi Yukihiro, and that was just a major loss because that's another legendary musician right there. And now you have Sakamoto Ryuichi, world renowned. It's just a shock. And I grew up listening to Yellow Magic Orchestra. I've actually have, I think, some train video with YMO music, but also for the U.S. Back before J-pop became popular and people started to know more groups, back then in the United States, a lot of people got their first introduction to Japanese music through Tower Records. It's usually through anime music or through Tower Records. And when you go to the Tower Records, there was always these world music CDs that they had out. And often you would see Pizzicato 5 or Sakamoto Ryuichi or Yellow Magic Orchestra. It was something that you would commonly see back in the 90s. So many people getting into Japanese music or who are interested in it either discovered Pizzicato 5 or Yellow Magic Orchestra or Sakamoto Ryuichi's albums, and they gained familiarity. So they do have a pretty strong fan base. Especially during the late 70s and the 80s, Yellow Magic Orchestra was huge worldwide. Predated, techno music. These guys were the electronic music pioneers from Japan. And they will be remembered. But you still have Hosono Haruomi, who is the surviving member, and I believe he's doing something, doing a collaboration with Harry Styles, if I recall. I think I saw it in the news like a few days ago, but for the most part, we lost two legends this year, and with Sakamoto Ryuichi, it's just a big shock. They did a posting on the Commons Twitter announcing his passing. And also they also posted it on his various Instagram, but he did leave a quote, and it's an ancient proverb, ars longa vita brevis, which means art is long, life is short. That's a passage that Sakamoto-san liked. So, yeah, mad respect for Sakamoto Ryuichi, and for those who love his music, play some Yellow Magic Orchestra music today. Play some Sakamoto Ryuichi music today, this week. And just remember how this man's music is just awesome. Okay, on to the episode. And looks like Kato is releasing the N-Gage Model Train 500 series, the Shinkansen Nozomi. And it will be about 550 yen, which is probably about $200 right there, or 190. So it's going to be sold as an 8-car basic set on April 8th. So because it's a basic set, more than likely they'll just probably add extra add-ons. But if you want a super basic of 2 or 3 or 4 cars, you ain't going to get it. So the 500 series Shinkansen Nozomi is a Shinkansen train operated by JR West since March 1997. And I do know that this version of the Nozomi was retired in 2010. So, well, I'm not sure if it was retired. I think it was pretty much. Let's see here. I'm looking it up. Yeah, they did. They did retire it from in 2010. I've only rode the 700 series, so I'm not too familiar with this train. The general design concept was overseen by German industrial designer Alexander Neumeister. And I'm kind of curious what the differences are with the 700. So the 700 series Shinkansen since 2007. Well, let's see the maximum speed. The 500 series has a maximum speed of 300 kilometers an hour, which is 185 miles per hour, while the 700 has a maximum speed of 300 kilometers per hour, 186 miles per hour. Well, it's about the same, but the difference is the 700 has tilting of up to 1 degree, so it allows the trains to maintain 270 kilometers an hour, which is 168 miles per hour, even on 2,500 meter radius curves. So I see. That's the biggest difference there. So there's quite a few improvements made with the N700. I still haven't purchased a 700 series yet. I'm not sure if it's more about waiting. It's just more of... I think I mentioned this before. I'm not sure if I did, but when it comes to Shinkansen, I really like them a lot. But I don't have a super large track. I think I could only run up to 4 cars max, maybe 5, but that's pushing it. I think Shinkansens are great, but you just really want to have a big open space. I swear, people have a big room dedicated for Shinkansen. It works out so much better. I know a lot of people, when I see their diorama layouts and they use Shinkansen, they pretty much use almost like the whole entire one room or 2 rooms. So yeah, unfortunately I don't have that luxury to do that. But still, I think this is going to be a cool release. I actually like that silver and blue with that JR500 right there. It's a pretty cool looking Shinkansen. But I wonder if they ever kept it or they scrapped it. Let's see here. We're going to go to the retirement of there. Okay, so they did preserve it. Car 521-1 is preserved at the Kyoto Railway Museum, which opened in April 2016. This car was exhibited in the 500 Type EVA livery between February 4th and May 7th, 2018. I didn't know that. You know what? Now this makes sense now, and I'll show you why. So here's a photo that I took. I think it was in 2017 or so. I'm not sure. It's been a while, but this was in Shin-Kobe. And now that I thought about it, the 500 series was the Type EVA project, and so I think that was really interesting. No, it was I think this is 2016. It has to be 2016 because, in fact, there's a little. Let's see here if I can get that. There's a little calendar right here. But okay, well, here it is. I think it ended in 2018, and I think I saw this in 2017 or 2016 or 2017 when I took this photo. But anyway, this was to mark the 40th anniversary of the Sanyo Shinkansen and the 20th anniversary of the Neon Genesis Evangelion. And it was planned to operate until March 2017, but it was extended to May 13th, 2018. So the 500 series car was preserved at the Kyoto Railway Museum. Okay. Oh, exhibited in the 500 Type EVA livery. So that's interesting to know. And then March 2018, JR announced the launch of the Hello Kitty themed 500 series. So it's a few pictures of this, and I know this has been released already. But for those who have not seen the EVA train, this is how it looked like. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I actually wanted to get the I really want to get the train that was released from Kato, I believe. I know Kato and Tomix released one, but yeah, I never got it because the price is just so expensive these days. I do have a Evangelion train, but it's not a Shinkansen. So, but nevertheless, yeah, I think this is a pretty positive release. Okay, so the Nozomi 700S, Kato released that in January of 2022 last year. So it's a newer train, but of course the 500 is the latest version. A re-release, but an upgraded release with newer technology compared to its 2006 counterpart. You also get this EF510, which is new. It's a really nice one. And then you get the EF510-0, the JRF Makunashi Red Thunder. So that's an HO. Oh, both of those, the EF510 and the EF510-0, the 500 and the 0 are both HO gauge. Okay, the next news is in Toyama Prefecture. And it's the Railway Fair 2023, which introduces the charm of railways, held at the Korobe City Art Creation Center in Saline, in Toyama Prefecture on the 2nd. And the place was crowded with many families. The event has been held since 2009 by an executive committee made up of railway enthusiasts, and so people can enjoy Unazuki in spring. This year, it was open to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the opening of the Saline and the 100th anniversary of the opening of Unazuki Onsen. A mini SL track was set up for about 100 meters in front, and parents and children enjoyed the ride experience. Inside the museum, the Toyama Rail Club and the Toyama National College of Technology Railway Club ran an elaborate model railroad, and the children are fascinated by it. The craft corner, where you can make Shinkansen out of cardboard, and the cosplayer and design car photo session was also popular. On the same day, there was also a reading session, and yeah, that is cool. So let's check out some of the news that's happening right now in trains, or Tetsudo Mokei model trains. We'll start with Tokyo Disney's 40th anniversary tram. This one will start in April, and they will be selling a 1-year anniversary celebration pass. But this news is about see here. Disneyland announced at the end of last year that from April 15, 2023 through March 31st, 2024 of the 40th anniversary celebrations, and it was revealed that the super popular Disney monorail in the park will be replaced with an anniversary related design. There we go right here. So that is pretty cool. The Travel Pass will launch 2 new limited editions for the anniversary, one of the most precious collections of Disney fans. There's also another great reason for hardcore fans to save money and fly to Japan. Okay, yeah, this is I think, not sure, this is in Taiwan, so this is an article from Taiwan. But yeah, I think this is very cool. We saw some photos right there. I'm not sure if there's any other ones. Okay, here we go. Okay, so they're just showing the tickets right there, and here's another one with the tram. What the heck? Well, this is not the tram. This is this has to be, I don't know. Okay, this is the monorail. This must be, this just looks like a little bus. I think this is the one where when you first arrive and they take people to the area from the resort. Yeah, it says they're right on the side, Tokyo Disney Resort. So yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, that one caught me surprised because I was looking at the curve right there. I was like, what is that? Has it been photoshopped or what? No. So, but yeah, there you go. Tokyo Disneyland 40th anniversary. Ride that monorail. Whoa, what is this? This train looks pretty big. Gojo City, huh? Okay, so on April 1st, part of the Nishi Yoshino-cho Gojo City, which was part of the Phantom Railroad line, Goshin Line, which was planned to connect to Gojo City and Shingu City, Wakayama Prefecture, as the Goshun Railway Train Park, which opened that day. Saturdays, its principal staff from the city's nonprofit organization will be stationed to run model railroads. Okay, so you got Managing Director Morimoto preparing the opening of the train park. Construction of the Goshin Line began in 1939, and in 1959 the roadbed was completed for about 11 kilometers from JR Gojo Station to Nishi-Yoshino-cho Kido. Construction continued, but was suddenly cancelled in the early 1980s. The roadbed was converted to a bus road, but the bus route was abolished in 2014. So that's what they mean by phantom route. Okay. From the same year, the MPO Goshinsen Revitalization Promotional Council, which works to revitalize the region using the remains of the railway, has been holding events on the site around Kido. This time they managed to build a permanent train park by embedding model railroad rails onto the ground. That's pretty cool. On the first day, wooden rails about 10 centimeters wide were laid out for a toy train and a bus, which ran between the venue and a parking lot about 1 kilometer away. The bus uses a vehicle that reproduces the painting of the Japanese National Railways era Morimoto Masaki, executive director of the conference, said, "I want people to enjoy various model railroads and learn about the Goshin line. The event will be held from 10:30 to 3 o'clock on the same day, and will be canceled if there is rain. On the same day, 1,000 yen for adults is required as participation and a cooperation fee. You can check the schedule of this train park on the conference's Facebook page at ja-jp.facebook.com/mabaroshi, MABOROSHI.railway/. So I reported this. I think it was last episode, or maybe 2 episodes ago. I'm not really sure, but it was about how Japanese netizens were upset when a Chinese couple had their kids with their shoes on, standing on the train seats, and someone tried to even tell the couple, please don't have your kids step with their shoes on top of the train, but they didn't understand Japanese, so they didn't understand, so they said, we're Chinese, tried to speak in Chinese, and the person didn't understand. But I talked about how certain customs, especially when it comes to trains in Japan, trains can be seen as more than just transportation. Some of them look at it with major respect. That may be the trains itself, the tracks. Don't mess with it. So, in this article right here from Hong Kong News, it's saying that I think it reported on that news, and they're just the editors note that Easter holiday is approaching, and many parents have planned to take their children to other places for fun. However, no matter how happy the children are, parents should pay more attention to their behavior in public places to not offend the locals, but also not to ruin the family's pleasure of having fun. And they talk about that news that about the people who was offended about the Chinese couple going there and their kids. They took video of the kid, stepping on the seats. So I think, if anything, it's interesting that this one made major news in Hong Kong, but it's a reminder. It's actually a very good reminder for not just Hong Kong, but for anyone. And I wish they did that in the U.S. or even Europe. Tell people not to be so loud on the trains, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. But hey, at least this one they did a general service of putting this news out there, and I think with a lot of people going there for during the April time, it's all good. Okay, this one is from Singtao, USA, and this one is in Taiwan. Senior official of Taiwan Bureau of Investigation turned into a tram moron and arrested 2 women on the MRT. See, a senior police officer of the Investigation Bureau of the Ministry of Justice of Taiwan recently touched the private parts of a female passenger with his fingers between Jiangxi Station and Longshan Temple Station in New Taipei City on the MRT, similar to the MTR. The 2 women reported to the police immediately after being, I guess, touched. I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to read here. The man was 52 years old. 27-year-old woman who reported the case that when she was on the train, she saw this man touching her lower body with his fingers, and she tried to dodge it. Another woman, 18 years old, who got on train the same way, or same train, was also being touched, and the 2 women who were sitting there, I guess they were at the same time. They couldn't bear it any longer, and they reported to the train conductor through the walkie-talkie After receiving the report, the police waited at Taipei Station until they could arrest the man. The two women did not know each other, but they said this man violated them with his fingers and want to sue him. Yeah. In Japan, there's a word called shikan. CHIKN. And these are pretty much the perverts who have been causing problems by touching women. I mean, you see them when it's really, really tight and crowded. You could see them thrusting their bodies towards women. You could see them, touching women. And so they had to make these women-designated cars for the trains because I guess they don't want to be bothered by this because it's was becoming rampant, or they had some fear. And so yeah, that's one thing also that people who are traveling Japan, they have to pay attention to the pink area for women, to not get in that area, and also for the elderly. There's also some cars dedicated to the elderly. So I know, don't be offended if a woman tells you, oh, you cannot be here, because, and you'll see there in the sign, they'll point to it, women only. So don't be offended if they tell you, or if they get freaked out that you're in their space, because you're not supposed to be there. So that's the reason why. There's just too much chikan, perverts out there who have done some major bad things and in the trains, and it's something that continues. And I think if anything, that's why we are seeing more more women's only train cars in Japan, and in more lines. So blame it on those perverts for continually doing that crap. So yeah, it's unfortunate, and I'm sure this not just happens in Japan. I'm sure it happens all over the world, not just the U.S. and stuff like that. But yeah, unfortunately, these things do happen. So as for this person, he was arrested on sexual harassment and forced obscenity, and it will be determined by the prosecutor. The crime could be imprisonment for no less than 6 months, but not more than 6 months, but not more than 5 years, depending on the severity. Hey, okay, so for this episode, I'm not sure how long it's going to be, because I'm just going to run with it. I'm just going to go freestyle on it, and it's about railroad cafes with dioramas, model trains of all types, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So let's begin. Okay, next one. I love trains. Let's go to train and railroad spots nationwide. See a Kiha there. So, 120 railway spots are recommended for train lovers and children from all over the country. There are plenty of museums and theme parks where you can experience fascinating experiences, such as exhibitions of powerful real vehicles, ride experiences, dioramas, and driving simulators. In the park, where you can play to your heart's content outdoors, there are train exhibits, mini trains, mini SLs, and more. Okay. So let's look at a few of these spots. So you got the Romance Car Museum in Ebina City that can be enjoyed by parents and children. The Romance Car Museum, where Odakyu Electric Railway's successive romance cars are lined up, and it's very accessible as soon as you get off Ebina Station on the Odakyu line. So that makes me wonder, where is Ebina Station at? Kanagawa, Japan. So should be easy to get to if you're going to the Kanto area. And then you have the Keio Railland, where they show Urio-chan, a 5-year-old who loves trains, and he is partaking in a driving simulator and play rail. He can play rail. So the next one is the Yokohama free admission to the KQ Museum. So you got two in Kanagawa area. You got that Odakyu Electric Railway Romance Car Museum, and then you have the KQ Museum, which opened near Yokohama Station in January 2020. Very popular with train-loving kids, such as trains that start running with the sounds of the motor of the musical scale. Definitely something to check out. And then there are railway cafes and restaurants nationwide that you can experience. They're mainly in the Kanto area. Let's go ahead and check it out. So this one is the Tetsudo Cafe steam locomotive with Popondetta in Saitama Prefecture. A family-friendly cafe with a railroad model specialty store located in Harala Port, Fujimi. You can see and run the diorama, and there run trains on the diorama, and there's also a 3-dimensional play rail route. And then, do they show it? Well, there's a dining car Hokutose in Chiba Prefecture. Its exterior design in the image of the Japanese National Railway Series 183 train. I don't think they show it here. And then there's a curry station Niagara, Tokyo, which is popular for its service of transporting food on steam locomotives. And Curry's a specialty store right next to Utenji Station on the Tokyo Toyoko line. So this one right here is a railway model diorama cafe in Tochigi Prefecture in Sano City. So you can play with a model railroad with 60 minutes, and you can get drinks. The model trains displayed in the store are precisely made and are impressive and worth seeing. Oh wow, that is nice. Look at the various controllers here. Well, they actually have let people drink while sitting there, but they figured that it's mostly adults. Unfortunately, these are a little higher, so that's pretty cool. Oh, this one is nice. This one is the Railway Cafe steam locomotive with Popondetta in Fujimi City, Saitama Prefecture. It's a cafe on the 3rd floor of the Lala Port Fujimi. A railroad cafe and a railroad shop are attached. You can see a railroad diorama from the cafe seats. The diorama has a different view depending on where you sit, and you can enjoy it with a fresh feeling no matter how many times you visit. There's also a model railroad rental service, and you can run the model in a diorama for a fee. Oh, that's pretty cool. See the kids right there getting into it. That's actually pretty cool. I'd like to check that one out. And you can see the store Popondetta is very popular for selling trains. You have various stores throughout Japan. And then let's see here. So this is that dining car Hokutuse in Kamogawa City, Chiba Prefecture. Wow. This dining car Hokutose is a restaurant located on the Sotobo Kuroshio line near Uchiura Bay. Exterior is designed in the image of the Japanese National Railway Series 183 train. It's particularly eye-catching. Inside the store, goods used in actual stations and trains are placed. Let's see that. And you can feel as if you are on a real train. In addition to the famous takoyaki and okonomiyaki, the Neapolitan spaghetti is very popular with children, and the extravagant kimme rice bowl with turban shell and bonito topped with teriyaki red snapper for adults. You can also have a barbecue on the open terrace from April to October. That looks pretty awesome. Look at that. And the store has model railroad displays and racks of trains. It's like a museum. Little mini museum in the restaurant. So they also actually have their own Facebook page at facebook.com/JR.HOKUTOSEI/. So that's something worth checking out. Let's see if we can visit their Facebook site here real quick. There it is right here. Let's take a look at their pictures real fast. Challenge 20,000. Corner. We got some posters right there. There's a little display of the trains. I see what they mean. They have stuff from the train station or certain items. Interesting cars. I mean, the seats that they use for the restaurant. They actually have train seats on there. See if they have pictures of the food. You know, it's just mostly pictures of inside the restaurant, but that's still pretty cool. I'm quickly going through them, but wow, they have some classic magazines there too. 1987. Well, let's check out their menu. So you got the drinks, a la carte beef stew, broiled eels, Hamburg steak, fried prawn, hash beef curry and rice. Looks like a cool place to visit. And then we have the Railway Izakaya Little TGV in Chiyoda Ward, Tokyo. An amusement izakaya based on the concept of a railway. The interior of the restaurant is inspired by the interior of an old retro train. And a large diorama inside the store make an irresistible spot for train lovers. There is also a full menu related to railways, such as the children's lunch plate, inspired by the Shinkansen, for 980 yen. It is made to be enjoyed by adults and children alike. It usually opens from the evening. On Sundays, it opens from 12, so it's easy to visit even with children. It is also possible to reserve a seat. There we go. So got a little Shinkansen dish right there. Now, the interesting thing about this Railway Izakaya Little TGV is that it's 5 minutes away from Akihabara, so walking distance from the station. And it functions also like a maid cafe. And why I say that is because I was visiting the Twitter site, and they show various people in maid cafes, but also visiting the website. You see that they have a crew list right here, and also they talked about the designs for staff. So I think this is very cool. So it's based on the fictitious railway company Shin Akiba Electric Railway, which is the concept. And so in commemoration their 15th anniversary of the founding of the Tetsudo Izakaya Little TGV, or Railway Izakaya Little TGV, they designed a new crew uniform. So that is very cool. And there's quite a good number of photos from this from this restaurant or izakaya. Let's see if we can get a few here. Because I was looking, was it through the Twitter? Let's see here. I remember seeing quite a few photos, but you can see the uniforms. So they do have them all released. I think that's really cool. So they haven't before prior wearing maid uniforms, but I think these train-based uniforms are pretty cool. So considering it's near Akihabara, you kind of have to have something like that. So it makes sense. Let's see what these other ones. Okay, so here are some Engage photos that they have. Ooh, they got a winter one. Is that winter or just the color? I can't tell. But overall, pretty cool. So you do have a railway themed cafe or restaurant near the Akihabara area. Again, 5 minutes from the station, not a far walk. So definitely something to put on your bucket list if you're visiting Japan. And then you have the Burger and Pub Shushu Popon in Tokyo Taito Ward, a restaurant cafe where you can enjoy 100% authentic premium burgers, drip coffee, and cocktails while looking at a model train. The diorama is installed in the store and is divided into 4 themes. Oh, that's nice. Oh, wow. I want this. These two. I've seen it. I've seen the models on Amazon, but I wasn't sure how it would translate for an Engage because the way they're built or the way their sizes is it's not for an Engage, but it's something slightly bigger. So, but it looks good. Looks really cool on this one. And look at that. He has looks like a Hayabusa Shinkansen. Wow, 3 levels of those double tracks. Really nice. Yeah, I'm looking how he actually raised it that high. Would love to do that. Pretty cool. So let's see here. What else does it say about this one? They have a website. Let's check it out. Chocho Popon. Oh, do they have a Facebook site? Check it out. No. Nevertheless, it's something worth checking out. Let's see here. What's the next one? Cafe Kotetsu, running play rail for children. Oh, children would love that. So it's a cafe full of play rails located near Arakawa Amusement Park. Let's see here. The store has a large layout made by a popular Puda railer or play railer, or however you want to say it, pla or play. And many play rails are running on the wall. In addition to the popular Mama's meat sauce for 900 yen, they have the Shinkansen's kids plates for 700 yen. There are various desserts such as parfaits and cakes and limited menus such as birthday limited kids plate. There is children's space in the back of the store, and there's also a game corner on the second floor. It is a cafe where the whole family can play together, which is great for children. Oh, look at that! I'm really digging these serving trays they have for food, especially that steam coming out. It's really cool. So this one has a website, or a Facebook site. Let's check it out. No train, no life. Let's see some of their photos here. So I see Pokemon Go. My goodness, look at that. That is just like hardcore for the kids. Makes me wonder if they glue everything down. Yeah, I could picture a lot of kids visiting this restaurant. Look at that. That is hardcore. Really hardcore. Okay, so we go back to this curry specialty store, the Curry Station Niagara, in Tokyo Meguro Ward. Niagara is a curry specialty store located from a 3-minute walk from Utenji Station on the Tokyo Toyoko line. The inside of the store is full of valuable railway goods that the master in front of the store has collected over the years, and it is truly a railway mood. Order dishes that are transported by the SL locomotive that runs on rails. Wow. Which is a popular service that is synonymous with the restaurant. Well, just hope there's never a derailing. Yikes. Especially have a lot of sauce in there. Yikes. But it looks like it's a pretty steady delivery, I hope. Knock on wood. The specialty Niagara curry is 750 yen, which is particular about the Showa taste when it comes to ingredients and spices, and has a nostalgic taste in combination with the retro interior. For children who don't like spicy food, they recommend the Shinkansen curry for 750 yen on the Shinkansen. Well, I guess it has a Shinkansen serving tray. And there are benefits such as receiving an original entrance ticket, hard ticket from the store as a souvenir when visiting. Let's check out the location right here. And let's check out their website at Niagara Curry. NIAGARA-curry, CURRY.com. And you can see them and their staff. They have a Twitter. They also have Instagram. They also have Facebook. Let's see. Let's check out their photos. Okay. Got that macro lens. Got the coffee. You can see the tracks right there. You can see what's on the walls. This is a hardcore collector right here. You know the person loves trains when they have all this memorabilia. D51 780. Nice. Wood cardboard setup right there, the EF66. There's their little meals right there. So, and that is the restaurant. Niagara Curry. Okay, what else do we have here? Another one. Okay, this is the one, must have been the one with the play rail, right? Or no, this is a whole different one. Cafe Plataku is close to Keisei Takasago Station, and when you enter the store, you will notice the large play rail, one tatami mat layout, created by the owner, and the layout that stretches all the way to the ceiling. Wow. For some reason, my mind just thinks that, whoa, what do they get, like fire inspections to build that high? But I guess it really doesn't matter too much in Japan, but that is huge. That is high. So you get a wide variety of drinks. There are many eye-pleasing menu items, such as the Keisei Lion Densha ice cream at 580 yen, which is named after the train. In addition, the store sells play rail-related products and has a kids space where children can play with toys, making it a relaxing cafe that even families can come and enjoy. What is that? Oh, it's a Keisei Line train ice cream. Interesting. And they also have a... Okay, so we're going to check out a few videos from Cafe Pulataku. Or I think they meant as Cafe Playtaku. Name playing off the play rail, of course. So let's give it a try and let's check it out. I know nothing about play rail. But going through these tracks, so they are motorized. And I would assume because they're plastic and they're a little thicker, that they're a little bit more durable. I've been reading that if you're going to buy kids train sets, get them play rail because they're much more cost effective and they're much more durable for kids, especially like to throw them around. Oh, look at that. That is a long track. Now this is definitely going to attract kids. Because a lot of kids start off with play rails, you know. When their parents in Japan, they tend to get the, you know, they don't get them the Kato Otomix, and you know, mostly that's more of an adult collector thing because it's much more expensive. But play rails, look at this. That is one long track right there. Truss bridge. That's pretty cool. And he has them so high, so I would imagine that he doesn't really have to worry about it derailing or needing some assistance because it's just, I mean, look how high it is. It's self-sufficient, and I think that's a pretty cool thing. Although I'm not too familiar with the play rails at all, I'm not sure. Well, I could see him moving it right there, but not sure how it's motorized. But let's go ahead and check out another video that he has here. Gotta love the Demon Slayer stuff there. Oh, what's this? Check it out. Got the Kimetsu no Yaiba, which is the Demon Slayer minifigures riding on it. I would imagine there was probably a tie-in with the anime series, and they got him on the train like that. I'm not so sure. Wait a minute. Now that I remember the movie, yes, the movie was based on the train. Now I remember that now. Makes sense. Okay, that's a loop of the video right there, but that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at the various photos. Look at that. That is tall. That is really cool. So this is the main website. Let's go to it real quick. Nope. So the Facebook is the main website. And looks like the person was on television, TV Tokyo, not long ago. Well, no, that's back in 2020. Okay, I'm on the YouTube channel, so let's check out the restaurant, the cafe. Playrail Cafe. Cafe Playtaku. Have that advertisement right there. Go down the elevator to ground level. And not far from the station, or is it? It's a good guide for people who want to visit the cafe. Okay, it's by some florists. Okay. More walking. Right by the train stations. Keep on going. There we go. Cafe Playtopia. Sells toys also for people who want to get Playrail stuff. They can just get it from his shop. It's pretty cool. That's an interesting layout.
この電飾いいですよね。これはありですね。クリスマス電飾使うのもいいですね。
Wow. Mini layouts on the table. Children's play area, pretty cool. Wow, it's like a museum Playrail. Okay, so that is pretty cool there. Wait, let me pause it right there. Actually, let me go back. Let's see if we go back here. And if you need to visit the restaurant or the cafe's YouTube channel, it's right here, youtube.com/Hiro 1978-07-15. So let's go check out the menu here. Got toast, 250 yen. So you got some breakfast stuff right there. Curry rice. Got your melon soda right there and a lot of other types of drinks. So it has a standard, the niche cafe or niche restaurant, but with a little bit more offerings. Has a shop right there that sells quite a good number of things in there. What is this? Oh, he got an autograph right there. That's pretty cool. Okay, so definitely visit this cafe's website and their YouTube channel. Definitely worth checking out. Cool. Okay, that is pretty cool. so let's see here. The next one we have, to close this, is the Railway Cafe Haruka in Gifu Prefecture in Gifu City. A cafe where about half the space of the store is occupied by a railway diorama. Seats are set up around the diorama and you can enjoy a drink or meal while watching the model trains run. For lunch, we recommend the weekday only 1 coin lunch, 500 yen including tax. Children can choose from a wide variety of menus such as children meat spaghetti, 630 yen. There's also a kids space, so it's also recommended for those with small children. Man, look at that. There are 9 courses in all. You can experience driving a model railroad with a wireless controller. Wireless. Okay, so Railway Cafe Haruka has a YouTube channel. We're going to go ahead and check out a video real quick. Let's check it out. And they got a playroom right there for the kids. This is a kind of cool place where you can chill and relax. Got the Dr. Yellow right there. Got the video screen so people can watch train videos. Has many Tonix controllers. Running Shinkansen and trains. Look at that layout. Very nice. Good size too. Look how many train cars on that Shinkansen alone. Very cool. And you can see the Tomitech buses there. A lot of thought went into this. And he also has freight. Yep. See, he also did some custom signs right there. Pretty cool. Great job, great job. I like what I see here. Very easy for people to look and just see. Not bad. And prices are very affordable. Under 1,000 yen for curry. Drinks are not so bad either. Under 500 yen. And got some kids meals right there. Person must have kids to have all those toys there, just in case, to keep the kids occupied. You just hope they don't throw nothing towards the diorama though. That's the only thing about having a play area so close to your diorama. You just want to make sure that the kids don't mess anything up. I suppose that's where the parents need to keep a close eye. that. He really did some really cool modifications there. I'm not sure if that's foam or cardboard, but really good job there. It's a big island. I like to visit these type of places just mainly to show up and just give my support and talk to the owner. I tend to do that with bike shops as well. Visit many local bike shops or baseball shops and chat. But look at this, I like that. The Takatomi bus is right there. Oh gosh, he even has a turntable. So very cool. Very cool. So I applaud Railway Cafe Haruka on this. I got a pretty long video here. So let's see where else is it going to. Yes, people there. That's what I want to see. So this is forwarding the video bit. Got the kids playing while the adults are sitting there by trains. That's good. Mom is watching the kids. Kids eating with dad. He does have a barrier right there, so that's good. I see a little like plastic barrier. Sky blue 130s. I think it's a 130. I'm not sure. Or is it 138? Not sure. Got a D. Not sure which D version series, but got a lot of freight there. Good investments in that petroleum.
What makes Michael's custom framing
we're gonna
different
stop
than
right
other
there
retailers
because the
is our
commercial
approach.
interrupted.
We listen and
But anyway, that is the website of the Cafe Haruka. So again, traincafe-haruka.com. Check it out. That's cool. Next one is in Hyogo Prefecture, Station Building Workshop, Mon Favori, Hyogo Prefecture, Kasai City. A bakery and a retro local railroad station building. A bakery in a renovated Hokiguchi station building on the Hojo Railway that runs through the Kansai City, Hyogo Prefecture. At a bakery that focuses on locally harvested rice flour and local ingredients, they offer matcha anpan Kasamatsuyama, 170 yen, that is inspired by the mountains near the station, and a homemade curry wrapped in rice flour baked curry, 220 yen. There are plenty of popular products such as the waiting room of the station building, and that can also be used as an eat-in corner, and you can see the Hojo Railway Station, a single track local railway, making it a recommended spot for railway enthusiasts. Let's check it out here. Green tea anpan Kasamatsuyama, 170 yen. And they also have a Facebook. Let's see here. So that's the Mon Favori. And it's a bakery, so Hokiguchi. So it's pretty cool that they took that they put the store right next to the well, they renovated a station building of Hojo Railway Stop Hokeguchi. I'm looking here and kind of curious. Oh, we got the gold leaf right there. Okay, while we look at this, I need to look at the Hojo Railway Hokeguchi. I want to know, when was it closed, or was it still running? So it is still running. It is not closed. So it's a passenger railway station located in the city of Kasai, operated by the Third Sector Hojo Railway Company, and it's been around since 1915. Their passengers daily is about 78 people. The station is unattended. So man, this is like old school right here. Makes me want to check it out. But the national government has registered as a national registered tangible cultural property in 2014. The outhouse toilet of the station received protection as a registered tangible cultural property at the same time. Interesting. So that's their train right there. Got the little onis on there, the bakeries. Looks like a cool place to visit. And remember, I have always talked about the how it's important for rural or smaller railroad stations to find ways to bring people into their station and to keep their railway stop to keep it going, because so many are closing because of they're losing money. And it looks like this one has found a way by having bakery cells, and also having a bakery inside, being a big spot for people who visit the local bakery, I suppose. And you can see here, these are the type of things that I like to visit in the middle of nowhere. I think I might have to go here, put it on my bucket list. It's just things that I like to experience when I'm going to Japan. Going solo and just go out there in the middle of nowhere, someplace I've never been before, and just experiencing the location. I've done that many times, and it has always been a enjoyable trip for me, especially with the locals who really go out of the way, because they don't see too many foreigners going to those locations. So when I go out there, well, they do have foreigners. Don't get me wrong, because there are people that I do meet, but they tend to be teachers who are there on college, and they tend to, when they're told that they're going to be teaching Japan, they think, oh, am I going to go to Tokyo, or am I going to go to Kyoto or Osaka? No, they're usually put in a very small rural town. But hey, it's a good way for them to get the experience of living in Japan, and also just good way to just get immersed in Japanese culture. It may not be the metropolitan lifestyle that they may have hoped, but at least it's something. I do know that when I was in college, and they were always looking for teachers in Japan, and there are times that I thought about it, but of course, that would be a big stretch, because I know that they don't get paid that much, but they do it because they love it. And they're not supposed to have part-time jobs, but I do know there's some people that do just to survive. But yeah, yeah, I've considered it long ago, but no, I'm a tech guy, so that's my livelihood right there. So, but yeah, look at this. This is pretty cool. So So I give my respect to the station for continuing to have these bakery sales to bring people to their station. Okay, so that should be it. So, this was a pretty interesting episode. A lot of these places I was not familiar with, but it's good to know about these various shops and various cafes that are train inspired and have dioramas and so forth. I mean, this is a pretty big surprise to me, and I'm definitely going to put it on my bucket list to visit. I tend to have these Japan challenges that I tend to do, like for instance, visiting the top coffee shops throughout Japan, or to visit the top ramen spots throughout Japan. I tend to do those type of challenges, more like bucket list challenges, and yeah, it allows me to go to far areas and also experience the train stations, the trains, and whatever that place offers. It may not offer much, but at the same time, though, I just want to experience it and just do something different. So it's a pretty cool way to experience these rural lines and more smaller lines that you're not familiar with. You just have to remember, though, that you need to bring some money with you, especially a lot of coins, because a lot of these places are unmanned, and there is no Suica or Pasmo or IC card machine. You're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to have money ready, because again, they're unmanned, and if you need to get your ticket out of there, yeah, you're gonna need to make sure that you buy that. You get it when there's somehow you can get coins somewhere, because there's not always a shop in there. And yeah, you just have to be prepared when you go to these small rural areas. It could be in the countryside or a seaside or mountainside. Just always prepare for that. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this little episode of the J Tetsudo Mokei, and yeah, there's quite a few things that I want to discuss in the next episode, but I actually recorded it, but then I said, you know what, I wanted to wait, because it's a topic that I want to delve into. It's more about Tomitech buses and trucks. I talked about it before on podcasts, but I want to go more into detail, especially on why they're so expensive, why they're so collectible, and why they make engage place trains, or not trains, but engage buses and trucks, and also why some of the reviews, you see a lot of positive but some negatives. And of course, the negative reviews always, when you see these things for buses or truck collections for dioramas, it always pertains to people who do not know what 1/150 or engage means, especially when it comes to trucks or trains. And when they get it and they spend $30, 3,000 yen or 3,300 yen, and they think they're getting a 8-inch car, when in fact they're getting something that's like 2 or 2.5 inches or 3 inches, then they start really getting upset and posting reviews saying they spent so much money for something so small. But we're going to discuss all that, later. Not sure if it's going to be next episode, but I want to hold off. I also might want to check out. I think there's some people who have asked me if I own any moving bus, and I don't own any moving buses. I own a lot of Tomitech buses, but none of the moving buses. I don't know if they're even making them anymore. I know that people are still able to get them, but I don't see them advertised as much as I think as I used to. I used to see them before. I still see them being sold online, but in terms of seeing them on Amazon for on sale or anything. I don't really see that. Of course, a lot of people ask me if I'm going to do any shorty, the Bandai shorty ones, and I don't think so. I mean, they're cool and all, but it's not my thing. But I might give it a try, maybe just getting one or two just to review, and also, just giving it a try. We'll see. I can never say never because, it's something that, I'm curious about. May not know much about it, but I'm willing to give it a try. I'm open to that. But other than that, you all have a good starting of your week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.